Welcome to the Interior Design Podcast. I'm Hayley Roy. I'm the owner of Harp Design. I run an award-winning practice and have done for 12 years. I've trained many designers and worked in the industry for over 20 years.
And my name is Scarlett Mallett, and I have worked at Harp Design as an interior designer for 4 years. And I am one of the designers that Hayley has trained and brought up within the business.
Brought up,
Yeah.
pretty much. I think you bring me up as well. So today we're going to talk about interior design trends, which I'm really excited about. Being an interior designer, or even just someone trying to make their space feel lovely, can be a bit much at times, can't it? It's a lot. You were talking about this earlier, weren't you? You were saying that people don't understand how much goes into it.
No, people just think it's a really easy job when there's a lot of things, for example, like the trends that we are talking about now. There's a lot that you've got to think about to make the space inviting and really lovely for someone's business or their home.
And trends move so fast. 1 minute it's all grey on grey. The next we're meant to be painting everything sage green. And mixing it with clashing prints. Like, what do we do? Love a bit of maximalism. So, if you're wondering what's actually going to be worth knowing over the next couple of years, here are the 5 key interior design trends for 2025 and 2026, plus how to make them work in your home or commercial space. Let's get into it. So, number 1 is earth tones. Terracotta, olive green, burnt orange, ochre, clay. Earth tones are warm, calming and timeless. They bring a grounded natural energy that works in almost any setting, and I love them. How do you feel about it, Scarlett?
I think that it can make an interior feel really inviting and calm. It's kind of bringing the outside into the inside. I think I mentioned this a while back and it just popped up in my head. I went traveling and I went to Colorado and I went for a hike through the mountains, and it was all, for instance, like terracotta. All the mountains were like burnt orange, and it just makes me feel really calm and that you're incorporating exterior within interior. So I think it can be really calming.
I think it kind of ties in with the sustainability trend as well, doesn't it? It's kind of like the everyone wants to be more sustainable. They want the things to feel more sustainable. And when you use those colours, it kind of feels like you're being more natural. But watch out for greenwashing. How do you incorporate that into your home or commercial space? So I would say start with the walls. Soft clay or olive green works beautifully in a lounge, bedroom, cafe or breakout area. Then layer those in earthy tones across cushions and throws, rugs and upholstery. How would you do it?
That's a really good point. I feel like sometimes, for instance, this is for people designing their homes, for example, if you have got quite a blank canvas within your home, then something you can do, like Hayley said, is use cushions, throws, get little rugs. That's something that you can really incorporate that can actually bring the space to life a lot more. I think by adding them little bits, it can really make it feel homely as well. And especially within a restaurant, it can make it feel more inviting, like we said. So I definitely would think about cushions, rugs, everything like that.
I've been doing a project at the moment where it's a restaurant on 3 levels, and we're doing the toilets, and they want terracotta tiles. And we were talking to Bert and May the other day, weren't we? And we're looking for some reclaimed terracotta tiles. So it's real terracotta and it's reclaimed. So it's doing something for the planet and it's bringing that warm coziness in. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So use natural textures like timber, cork, linen, ceramics to put it all together. Whether it's a relaxing home or a mindful workspace, these tones create comfort and calm, don't they? They're just really cozy.
Yeah, and it's really natural as well. For instance, you can get wood slats to put on the wall now. A lot of companies do that, and that's a really nice way to incorporate a natural texture within your interior.
And wherever you can, be sustainable.
Yeah.
So use those natural products to create that feel. And when you do that, it will feel better. You might not know why. And people will come in and go, wow, it feels amazing in here because you've used the natural materials.
Ooh, and it's sustainable and long lasting, isn't it? So you know that it is going to last a really long time. Number 2 is modern English country style. So when I think of this, I think the first thing that comes into my head, and I think probably for Hayley as well, is just like your grandma's living room, floral, everything like that, thrill lampshades. But actually, it's really coming back now, and you can use floral materials, really extravagant lampshades and everything like that, and really make it really cozy. I mean, like I said, what comes to your mind when you think of that?
Well, it's not a stuffy cottage look. It's like English charm.
Yeah.
It's class, I suppose.
It's that old English class, isn't it?
Yeah, like antiques, scalloped edges, but all balanced, with like modern finishes.
Yeah.
So do you know what comes to my mind when I'm thinking about this, right? I've got a little bit of an obsession with buying Laura Ashley clothes.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to work for Laura Ashley when I was younger, which was my introduction into interior design. And when I worked for Laura Ashley, I used to have to wear their clothes. And I wore some really, really lovely skirts, which had all like beautiful patterns on it and different floral designs, which have come right back into fashion now. But Laura Ashley have just got it. I mean, I don't even know if they're still trading, but obviously they're not retailers anymore.
They're very like the company Jules, aren't they? I feel like a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. They've got that vibe, but they're just really classic British. And some of this, I've been buying these skirts off of Vinted, and I love them. They're proper interior design, aren't they?
Yeah,
they
really
look
cool.
like a curtain. I probably look ridiculous in them, but But what I'm trying to say is, like, relating that back to interior design, there is a lot of real classic prints coming back. There's a lot of people digging out their archives. Cole & Sons are doing that.
Definitely.
Who else is doing that? There was someone talking about it the other day.
Sanderson,
yeah.
I went shopping the other day, and I was in John Lewis, and I saw that they had, I can't really remember the name, but they've done a collaboration with a homeware brand, and everything was just so traditional and old classic, and it just looked amazing.
So how to incorporate this into our home or commercial space?
I think one of the first things that comes to mind is chest of drawers. So, for instance, I have just bought a refurbished chest of drawers. They were just a plain set of drawers that I got off Facebook Marketplace, but the lady that I got them off, she completely restained them. She used black paint with it, and then a natural wood finish, and then put really nice antique gold handles on them. And I mean, I bought it for like £30, and I was like, there is so much you can do with refurbishing items like that, and it's such a big piece that it really makes an impact on your space. So, for instance, and just using them little like gold handles, it really gives out that classy kind of old English look. So I really like incorporating things like handles and like little bits of gold and like just natural traditional wooden stains. What about you, Hayley?
I really love botanical fabrics. There's a lot of classic prints, like Sanderson and some of the other ones in that Style Library Contract company that they keep changing the name of. I'm sure it's something else now. But sort of botanical fabrics. Like my favourite style at the moment, which I really want to do my downstairs toilet in, is like the blue and white. You know, that like blue and white sort of china print.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I really want to do my downstairs toilet in that. I've got some wallpaper that I've got my eye on. But yeah, so I really like that kind of like blue and white, kind of fresh floral things, and botanical fabrics. You know, in a boutique hotel, you could maybe go for pleated lampshades, bobbin furniture and patterned upholstery and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of patterned upholstery going on at the moment, but if you're doing commercial, do the pattern or do the less durable fabric on the back of the chair.
Yeah.
So just be careful of your rub tests and things like that, because if you're doing commercial, it has to have 50,000 Martindale or higher. Otherwise, it's not going to be suitable for use. And if you have got a pattern fabric that's slightly lower in rub tests and maybe you want to put a leather on the seat or a faux leather, then you can have like a faux leather like this. I think this is Olive, isn't it, that I'm sitting on?
Yes, it is.
So this is Olive saddle.
Saddle, yeah.
And this is brilliant. It's got like 200,000 rubs.
Yeah,
or something,
I was about
isn't
to
it?
say,
it's
so
a lot.
We tend to normally, I mean, the The regulation is to go for instance, within commercial use, etc., is 50,000 rubs or more. But we tend to go for instance, like 100 or 200,000 more, because all the suppliers that we work with are amazing and all their fabrics match that requirement. So it's really good. And it also, it's just better for our clients, because then they know it's going to be long lasting.
Well, if you do all the touch points, so like the arms of the the arms of the chairs and where you're sitting in a really tough faux leather or something like that, even if it's not faux leather, you can use like something like Sunbury Nappa, which is like it's not a faux leather, so it's not like got that stickiness in the heat, but then it's really tough and you can scrub it to death and clean it really easily. And then you put your beautiful floral expensive fabric on the back, and actually the fabrics on the front are less expensive, so it makes the chair more cost effective. And I have had a couple of conversations with people over the last few weeks where it's like, oh my God, designers are just designing chairs with all this fabric that's not durable enough, or with the rub test. So please, anyone who's doing commercial, please look at the rub tests.
It's really important. And also,
just a tangent.
Just on another note, I think we've touched on this before, is definitely check that it is FR treated, which does mean fire rated. That is really important within a commercial or hospitality sector.
And that's the upholstery and the curtains.
That's really important.
So in terms of going back to modern English country style, because we've just gone off on a little bit of a tangent there, add softness, detail, and a touch of nostalgia.
Like frilly lampshades that we were saying about, like it just, all them little details can make it look so lovely.
It's just all about creating warmth but with a modern twist. So it's not completely like stuffy and horrible. It is kind of has that modern twist about it as well. So modern English country style. We like that. So number 3, arches and curves. 2025 and 2026 is all about softening those sharp edges. Arched doorways, rounded mirrors, curved furniture. This makes me so happy. I love curves. I love circles. Apparently, circles make you happy.
It's really.
I read that somewhere once.
It's really good for neurodivergent people. Because,
is it?
Yeah, because for instance, just looking at a curve or like a circle or anything, it's more unique than just a basic standard door, isn't it? So for instance, having like an archway or anything like that. So we recently exhibited at the HRC and we did a lot of curves, didn't we, and circles, and it just looked amazing because it's adding kind of that abstract to the interior and making it more defined and having more definition. So it really makes an impact on the space with even those the tiniest detail.
If anyone wants to see it, check out our YouTube channel or our socials, because we've had loads of photographs on there of the it's the Hotel, Restaurant and Catering Show, and it's at the Excel every March.
March.
But it was so good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
We got so much good feedback. We did this big round circle behind the television.
Yeah, and then with some lighting.
And then the arches on either side.
Yeah, and then by having lighting around the circle, it added so much depth. And it just made it really unique to what we have done before. And I think it really opened our minds to what we can now incorporate within designs in the future. So I think that's definitely something to look at.
To incorporate it into your home or your commercial space, you can use curved sofas. And Scarlett is sitting, and I am, because this is a round tub chair. Yeah. Scarlett's sitting on the sofa that we use at the hotel show.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the seat that we use. So it's
and this was
a good, if you're listening and you're not watching, check out the YouTube channel and you can see it. But we really love these.
Yeah, we love it because it's curved, and then also, for instance, if you're not watching, but basically in the middle, it just goes in like kind of like a what could you say, like a cashew.
Yeah, or a banana.
Yeah, like a banana.
Without the pointy bits at the end.
So it just makes it more, it's modern, but with a touch of being a little bit unique.
I actually think that it's earth tones, what we did. I think we kind of represented these trends really, really well without really realising it. But it's just lovely. It's so nice. So how do you incorporate we've done that bit. So curved sofas are what you can incorporate into your home or your commercial space. Arch shelving, wave edge tables. That's the sort of things you can do at home,
like
or commercial.
like coffee tables, anything like that, kind of like an oval shape. Just I think we've touched on this, but just in hallways, for instance, doing arched doorways, for instance, that can make the biggest impact, and it can look really nice. Something that I really like as well is arched windows. I think they can look really lovely, and it matches into kind of the modern English country style again.
It does,
because it kind of looks like kind of the old times, and for instance when they had the arched windows that glass stained. So I think that, for instance, is a really lovely way within a commercial, retail, or even hospitality, and even your home. I think that is a really good way to incorporate it.
But even small touches like a scalloped mirror or a circular rug. We've got a circular rug in front of us. They will bring that trend in without a full renovation. You don't have to do like a complete strip out and replace your doors with arched doors, or replace your windows with arched windows. I mean, which is, if you want to try and get an architect involved, I can recommend a few ones who are very creative.
It's just about styling, isn't it? If you haven't got the budget, or you just haven't got the time to put all that kind of effort into doing it, the slightest thing can make a difference. Like we said, with coffee table or a rug or even a sofa, anything like that, even cushions.
Paint.
Paint.
When we went to the colour of the year.
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there? You were away. Oh my God, I'm so gutted you missed that. But when we went to the colour of the year, 2025 for Dulux, they actually painted an arch on the wall. Do you remember? I've got one. It was one of my profile pictures of me doing like a yoga pose in front of it for ages. But they literally just use paint. It can be so simple. And I've been talking to one of my clients actually at the moment. We're doing in a hotel. We're doing like a nail bar area, and we haven't got a huge budget on this because they're going to move the spa. So we're just going to like use paint and stuff to make it kind of tart it up a bit. And we're literally just doing an arch with some paint and putting up a few little shelves, and it will look lovely. It just gives it such personality.
So something that's really good as well is it's kind of in keeping with arch, but also going back to them earthy tones and the modern country, is doing, for instance, framed pictures on a wall, but filling the picture, for instance, with upholstery. We've done that in quite a few restaurants, haven't we? For instance, like Como Garden. And that is a really cool way to add kind of like an abstract style to your wall. So number 4 is pattern on pattern. So this is basically maximalism. And this has really come on trend. I mean, I didn't really expect it to, but the way you can incorporate this can look amazing. Hayley, how would you incorporate maximalism into a space?
Oh my goodness. Layered patterns are leading the charge. Florals with stripes, checks with wallpaper, tiles with prints. This is in clothing as well as interior design. And it's bold and it's joyful and it's expressive. So in your home, I'd start with patterned cushions or a statement wallpaper. In hospitality or retail settings, mix upholstery prints or use patterned tiles against bold walls. There's some lovely tiles out there now.
I was going to say mixing up them paint colours. Like, don't be afraid to go, for instance, yellow and pink. Like, for instance, in my home, we have got a pink wall and then a bright yellow sofa. And you know what? When I thought of it, I was like, really? But then you actually look at it and it's actually maximalism and using them different and bright, bold colours and then getting them florals in can make it look amazing. It's really mixing up them textures, colours and patterns and creating a space that is unique to yourself.
I think as well, it doesn't have to be overwhelming.
No.
You can use texture. So you could even do maximalism with one colour. So if you do something, colour drenching is quite on trend at the moment, isn't it? And if you're at home, colour drenching is fine. Be careful with colour drenching in commercial because you've got to watch out for your LRV colours.
Which is light reflectance value.
Light reflectance value, yeah. And there is a podcast about it with Dawn Scott if you're interested. But the what was my point?
Light reflectance value is really important though, because I have seen quite a few, for instance, on social media, I've seen quite a few of people, for instance, painting their architraves and skirting the same colour as the wall. And I'm like,
it's fine at home.
It's fine at home, but something to keep in mind is that if you are doing it in a public sector, it really needs to be LRV. So what that is that having that colour difference, so making that architrave and skirting a different colour to the walls. So it's better for visually impaired people, but also just people in general.
Yeah, you have to get your critical surfaces right. So your door, your skirting, your architrave, your wall,
your handles, everything.
Yeah, everything. Like it's a minefield, and you have to be like, there is no hard and fast rule because there is only 1 to 100, and you're supposed to contrast it by a third. We're going way too far into this because there is another podcast, and there is another podcast called,
so just go look at that,
with Dawn Scott about it. So if you really want to know about that, that's it. But what my point was, colour drenching. So you can, if you are at home, you can colour drench. You can paint everything the same colour. You can have wallpaper in the same colour as the paint, and the sofa in the same colour as the rug. But they're all different patterns and textures. So everything has a different feel and a different look. But that's also pattern on pattern because it's different textures.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can have like a floral pattern in one colour, with different textures.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be bright and bold as you think. It's just using them different textures and materials and layering kind of them on top of one another.
A bit like that cushion that's sitting next to you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so if you're not watching, it's basically kind of a frill pattern beige cushion, and we're sitting on a beige sofa, and it just adds a little bit more, it's depth and diversity to it, but whilst not going too far away from the colour itself.
It's got like fringe, hasn't it? I love those cushions. So keep your colours coordinated and vary the scale of your patterns to keep it looking stylish, not chaotic. And this is the thing, you've got to be brave with it, but you've got to be really careful. I saw something on Interior Design Masters where the guy had done a hotel room and he just went mad on maximalism. I think the theme was maximalism, but he made it really overwhelming. Like you went in there and it was just like, ooh, this does not feel nice. There's too much going on here. So it's about getting that balance right.
Yeah, especially for people with neurodiversity, it can be really overwhelming and chaotic to a neurodiverse's eyes. So I think that's definitely something to think about. But don't be afraid to use maximalism.
Love it. Number 5 is Biophilic Design 2.0. So Biophilic Design has been out for a long time. We love Biophilic Design. It ticks the sustainability box, especially if you're using real plants, and it helps you oxygenate your home or your office or your business if you're using real plants. But if you're using fake plants, maybe it's a maintenance issue if you're looking in a commercial space,
or you're just
or
not good at keeping them alive.
You can't keep plants alive, because that's very much what I'm like. I think this one needs a little bit of water.
I actually water Hayley's in the office and Hannah's. Because I just don't want to see them die.
I know, I'm so bad at it. But so Biophilic Design 2.0. Biophilic Design is growing up. It's no longer just about popping a plant in the corner anymore. It's about designing with nature in mind for well-being and flow.
You had a little pun there.
Did I?
Growing up. Plants growing up. Sorry, that was such a dad joke.
I love it. So it's about bringing in timber accents, lime wash walls, stone surfaces, and layered greenery in offices and hotels. You might include moss walls, cork flooring. Cork flooring. There's some really, really good cork flooring out now that's really durable. I was looking at it when I was working with that estates company in Kensington. But living ceilings, like living walls. Oh my God, it is so good for all of us. It's good for our mental health. It's good for our well-being. If you can incorporate it into anywhere that you're designing, it's a massive win for me.
It doesn't incorporating greenery, for example, it doesn't have to be expensive. For instance, there are so many places that just do, for instance, fake plants, just like your nearest range and anything like that. But it just can really make the space come to life. And that's one of my favourite things to do within design.
Do you know what I love about plants in the kitchen? They cost £1 from Tesco's. Even know if it's
like you get
Lidl or wherever you buy
you just get
plants
rosemary,
from.
don't you?
Oh my God, I love it. I've got like basil, rosemary, mint, which always grows mad because I don't use it as much as the others.
Yeah.
And and I've got like a little pot on the windowsill which I can fill up with water and hopefully try and water them and they don't die before I eat them.
Yeah.
Use them for food,
Yeah.
and they're growing plants and it's really good for your food. It's really good for the environment. I love it.
It's also
it
the smell
nice.
is really lovely as well. So Hayley's got one in her kitchen, but I've got some rosemary in my room, and it's so nice to have within the space.
We did it with the HRC, didn't we? This is time from the HRC.
Yeah.
It's a
And you
little
just
bit dry.
you just go to your nearest shop and go to the vegetable section and then just put it in a pot.
And they're cheap, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those they are the cheapest plants you can buy because I actually looked at that when we were doing the HRC. I was like, where can I find the most cost-effective plants? Marks and Spencer's actually do the bigger ones, which is what this is. They're like £3 or £4. Not a lot of money. £3 or £4, that is. That's probably about $5 US.
But biophilic design isn't just about greenery. It's also about maybe using a green colour scheme within the interior. I mean, green is such a lovely colour. It's one of my favourites. And I just think that you can use it in so many different ways.
And you can do like floor to ceiling curtains in natural tones or large indoor trees.
Or like you said about the lime wash walls. That is such a cool trend that has come about. I mean, if you don't know what it is, just search up on social media and it's kind of like you haven't finished a paint job in a sense, isn't it? But
no, it looks better than that.
No, it looks better than that, but it's kind of like that's kind of the look you're going for, but then you use a certain colour, like mixing a light and a dark, and it can make it look so lovely. I mean, definitely incorporating that is a really good idea.
Like Venetian plaster, it looks like, doesn't it, when you do it right?
Yeah.
And Venetian plaster is really, really good. Like Venetian plaster is expensive, but it's not like plaster or paint. It lasts for a long time. So if you put Venetian plaster in your toilet, for example, you can wipe the walls down. You're never going to have to repaint that. Not for a long time. So, for example, we did a gym design.
In Glasgow?
Yeah. For a clothing company, which we will not name. And they wanted these arch... I designed these arch sinks in there. So it was like an archway that went over the back of the sink with a mirror recessed into the back of it. But I wanted that in a paint effect. But if I put a paint effect in there, it's going to last 5 minutes because it's going to get absolutely soaked from the sink. So I'm going, right, how do I do that? So what I've done is put a Venetian plaster just on the inside where the sink is, where it's going to get wet, and then a paint finish on the rest of it. And actually, the Venetian plaster can be done in the same texture as the paint, so it looks the same, but it's just got that light skim of, well, not light skim because Venetian plaster takes a long time, but it's got that bit of Venetian plaster. That means that is going to last and it's not going to be a problem.
That's really cool. It's a really cool idea.
So at home, reconnect with nature. In commercial spaces, get some nature. Get some real nature into your schemes. Your mood and your customer's mood will thank you for it. So there you go. Earth tones, English charm, curves, clashing prints, and a whole lot of nature. These trends are stylish, practical, and here to stay, whether you're doing up a flat, rebranding a cafe, or designing a workspace that people actually want to be in. If you'd like some help bringing these ideas to life in your home or commercial project, head over to harpdesign.co.uk. We would love to work with you. And if you enjoyed this, give it a like, share it with someone still living in a sea of grey, and subscribe to the Interior Design Podcast for more ideas and inspiration every week. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Bye.